Hello, classmates. This is video discussion 3 on Unit 3 and 4. I'm going to just go down from 4 to 3. With 4.1, it was the one on relationships. Kind of what I found most important about that is relationships are obviously very iffy. There's a lot of downs in relationships, there's a lot of ups, and sometimes there's more downs than ups, which is normal. I would say it's not a good thing, but that's just how life is. Life is more down than up, unfortunately. But what matters most is that you have to kind of stick it out. If you really care about the person, you can't act rash, because once you start acting kind of on impulse and rash, you're going to make decisions that you are most likely going to regret later on in the future. I feel that's especially more important for kind of our age group. Since we're growing up right now, we're learning new things, we're evolving, and we always feel this need to constantly change. Whenever something isn't going our way, or we feel something is bad for us, or something like that sorts, we tend to kind of act rash and not see the full picture, or not see where, or not try to communicate the issues between you and the other person, and trying to look into the relationship. And most of the time that does come to bite you in the ass. I don't know if I can curse. Because you're gonna act, and unfortunately you might make a mistake that you can't fix. And that's just how life is, you know. Obviously you're always gonna make mistakes, but it's definitely a learning process. For 3.2, that was the story on the guy who was very depressed and often thought about offing himself, but he never did. I find that very important because it shows that regardless of how bad life can get, there will always be a reason to keep moving forward, to keep trying to be better, to not make a permanent decision for something that is you most likely a temporary problem. Pretty sure we've all heard that quote before. And I find it very important because then again, going with the thing where you make decisions that you often regret. When the guy was talking about the other people in his apartment, or for example, the lady that jumped off the fourth floor, I think, and her parents were in dismay. And he was very angry at the decision that the person made, because it was in his eyes a very selfish decision, even though he's gone through the same thought process as her. It shows that when something gets you down, you can't just act. You can't act on it immediately. You have to really look at it. You have to process it. You can't expect change to happen instantly. That's often, as I said, happens with us a lot as growing adults, for the most part. I'm pretty sure most of us are. You just want to act. And sometimes you can't act. Sometimes you just have to wait and just see how it goes before you make a decision. And for 3.1, that was one about self-actualization and looking deeper in. But this one hit. This one hit for me a lot. Low-key changed my life. It just talks about, at least what I talked about was one of a big issue that I've been having my whole life, which is lying. I don't like to lie, but I do it just because I'm why would I not lie? I can just make it so much easier for myself. I can just say these words, and then not knock down these words, or just lie and then hope the other person doesn't figure it out. However, that's terrible. It's awful. You can't do that. You have to you have to do what's right. And lying, one, isn't right. And two, the more you lie, the more you're okay, I can just put this off. And when it's something that is an issue, you can't just lie your way out of everything. I'm just talking about what I put. I don't remember what the other self-actualization ones were. I know that I was talking about the safe choice, which, for example, lying was a safe choice for me. And it was kind of something that I painted in my own head, where I was I'm just gonna lie just because I don't want these people to think I'm a bad person or anything like that. Bro, I'm goated. No one's gonna see me in a bad light just because I made one mistake, you know. But if you keep making those mistakes and then keep building and building and building, then yes, I do believe that that's what causes you to be a bad person. So those are my topics. Thank you very much for listening, everyone. Hope you all have a good day.